Okay, guys, hope you're well. It's quite late at night. It's after 10 o'clock, and I'm just kind of finishing off, preparing a few things for tomorrow. Now, tomorrow's Friday. It's not a day that I trade. I don't particularly like trading on a Friday, but I do like to be prepared in case the guy's asking me to do something. Now, I may take a trade prior to 10 o'clock, which is hence why I'm doing a bit of prep work now. Now, today's been a funny day. Now, I start work roughly anywhere between 6:30 and 7:30 on a morning. You know, it's my general view. Gives me time to prep, gives me time to have a sort of look around what's going on, read the news, wake myself up, ready for 9 o'clock, that sort of thing. And my day just carries on right through. And the guys in the squad will tell you that I'm there all the time. All right. And here I am, 10 o'clock at night, and I'm still answering queries. But what is the essence of what I'm trying to get to? Well, preparation is 9/10 of the law. But there's preparation and there's another P as well, and it's called patience. Now, this morning we were discussing the DAX. The DAX had an almighty lift-off yesterday. Now, there was no economic news or anything, so we can only assume it's coming from the tariff announcements and everything that was going on in Davos with Greenland. Now, that will ripple over into the markets. It's unexpected, but if you're prepared for it, then you're fine. And how are you prepared for it? Well, you know something's going to happen. How do we know that? Because we knew the meeting was happening. We also knew it had a lot to do with Europe and the tariffs that's going to be imposed on Europe. So we didn't know whether the market's going to tank, whether it was going to rally, whether these tariffs are coming in, etc., etc., etc. So the sensible thing is just to sort of sit with bated breath, which is what we've done over the last couple of days. Now, today was like the aftermath. Now, what's happened is the market has actually stalled. Let me kind of show you. Because here, in theory, that should have been a much bigger range than what it was. Now, we already worked out where the stall points were going to be prior, which is this black line up here. Now, that was done at the weekend. And look at the way the price went. It actually came from a key level, stalled on these two key levels, slammed through that, but look where it stopped, at the next one. But this particular level had already been respected on multiple times over a period of time, as had these. You know, because support becomes resistance, resistance comes support. And if you know how to draw them, then you'll do quite well. Now, as we go down through these time frames, that's just been bouncing backwards and forwards without any real direction. So where does patience come into this? Well, if we look at this, and I just pull this out to the hour just so you can see it in a bigger picture. This area is dangerous. We know that. If we're looking for the retracement, well, the retracement would need to show signs of a retracement, and therefore it had to break this point. It's only just done it. You know, it's only just really closed at 9 o'clock tonight. So tomorrow is when the action will happen, and I'll be looking at this very early morning to see what happens. Maybe even keep half an eye on it through the night for the Asian session. The problem is the spreads open up and it comes a little bit expensive, but it doesn't mean to say it can't be traded, because it can. You've just got to be careful. What would I do? Well, the bigger picture of this market is to the upper side. And I know it's to the upper side. How do I know that? Well, if we flash it out to a daily, there it is there. And it's pushed down and now it's rallying back, going the other way. Now, that's a big thing to take on. You know, and you can see it as we go through this lot, you know. And over the weekend, there was a massive gap. That ain't being filled yet. So that could be on the horizon. We don't know. So this is where patience comes into it as well. If you're still a buyer in the market for the longer term, what you do is you wait for this to push down on the hourly, here, and you wait for it to get down here, and then you buy there and you go up. But the crucial thing is, it doesn't matter whether you were doing the retracement or the longer term buy. You still have to wait for it. And today, you're waiting the whole day, because there was nothing in this today that would have been, well, wouldn't have given me a great deal of confidence to go to market. Let's put it that way. So why am I sitting here at 10 o'clock telling you this? It's because you can actually prep what you're doing the day before. You don't have to be going into the markets just because you switch your computer on. Switch your computer on. Well, I'm here. Where's my trade? Give us me trade. I need a trade. Oh, I got me coffee and I've got a big computer. The market couldn't give a fuck. It doesn't give a flying toss whether you're there or not. It really doesn't. So you shouldn't either. But it's like everything else. If you prepped it and planned it, you can profit from it. And that prepping and planning will ensure that your win rates are pretty high and you get paid the correct amount when you go to market. There's too much emphasis in this industry about low win rates and RR. It's the best sales pitch on the planet. You're absolutely shit at this job, but you're going to get paid. Well, here's the wake-up call for you. How many of you are getting paid? Not many. And how do I know that? Because I see it every day. Every single day. I see people swinging at the fences, talking all this shite, and not one of them make any money. None. You know, and they certainly don't put up the bank account like what I did. If you go through the video, you'll see my trading fund, and it's on a real bank account. Now, broker accounts mean fuck all. Absolutely jack shit. You know, your prop account means knack all. The only thing that matters and the only measuring stick in this industry is whether you put money into a bank account. Until that point, it's just a tool to do the job or bragging rights. That's it. Money is only real when you can spend it, and you'll only be able to spend it when it's in a bank account. So how do you get that money in the first place? You plan it. And that's why at 10 o'clock at night, I'm preparing for tomorrow, even though I've been here since 6:30 this morning. Now, maybe I'm over dedicated to this industry, but I've done it for 20 years this year. 20 years. And it's just built into me, that kind of work ethic. You know, if you're in it for quick money, you're going to be sadly disappointed, guys. But if you're in it for steady, good money, this is the best job in the world. It really is. I can do what I want, when I want, go where I want, and still be able to work. You know, I'm talking to Joanne. I haven't got a holiday booked till May, and I'm getting a bit itchy feet at the minute. So I'm saying, let's go in a lodge. I love a little wooden lodge. Well, I can still work. Just so happens I'll be looking out over a nice river and watching the squirrels run about. That would suit me down to the ground. That's what this job gives you. And it only gives you it if you plan it. So something for you to think about. If you're stuck, just drop on my website, scruffytrader.com. You'll find my contact details there. They're the only contact details I use, and I will respond to you. I genuinely will. I'm not like the others who, unless they're getting something from you, they won't even bother talking to you. I'll respond to every single one of you. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.